Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name's Kirsten, this is where I art and craft, and today I'm in my collage book and I have this book, The Scots of Photo History, which I got in a charity shop for £2, and I thought, oh, those images, just fabulous. Alright, and Jen opens up one that's less than fabulous maybe. Look at that, that's Finkel's Cave. But it's the people in it. Oh, I love that as well. You've got these street scenes. But where's the ones that are this is Pipers from the Gordon Highlanders 1890 drinking whiskey from buckets at the New Year encapsulate the hard drinking ruggedness of the Highland warrior, an image cultivated by the army and set in the public conscience at home and abroad. A bucket full of some beard on that, but fabulous. Here we go. We've got some, look at him. Some fabulous images in this book, and I just thought I couldn't leave it. And I was looking through it to think, which image might I use in today's collage? I could use an image out of this book, and I started reading like that bit about the Highlanders. Look at her carrying her peat. And I decided I couldn't cut it up yet, so it's not getting used for today's collage. So I thought, right, okay, so what are you going to do then? And I went into my image book and I pulled out this, which is a postcard of Between the Lines by Gail Olding, and this is a promotional postcard that I picked up in a gallery. That this is obviously, it's clearly a 3D image. This wasn't in the gallery, but this postcard was, and that is my inspiration. I'm not doing this symmetry of circle, circle, crossing over, and then doing a bigger circle, circle, crossing over, and 3 lines. I am going to do 3 lines, but I'm going to do it less symmetrical than this, and then I'm going to paint in some of the crossover bits, some of the spaces that I made. So I'm taking this as inspiration, but I'm not copying it. And I've cut out circles in my 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, what's this, 1.5 inch, 1 3/4, 2 inch, and then this is a 3 inch, 4 inch and 5 inch that I've made with my cutting compass. I love my cutting compass. It means you can do big circles. You do end up with a little hole like with any compass, a wee pinprick in the middle, but it does allow me to cut up bigger circles, and it's easier than getting the big die machine out to do this. There's all kinds of paper. I've tried to use paper of different colours and different things. That's Japanese, that's Italian, that's Welsh singing paper, that's a bit from a bird book, that's a bit of music paper, that's from a mushroom calendar saying when mushrooms are available. That's from a mathematical journal. We've got bits of French book page. So there's a whole load of stuff. Oh, there's a conversion table for converting from pound, shilling and pence into decimal currency. All kinds of bits and pieces. And I'm going to start off by dealing with these little ones, because these little ones I think I'm going to colour, and they'll be used nearer the end just as decoration kind of idea. So I'm going to colour these, and I'm thinking I'm blaming Jodie Lewis for this because I've been watching her using her sparkly things today. I think I'm going to colour them these with mica. So I'm just going to right, so I'm using oops, that doesn't matter. I'm using Distress Spritz Walnut Stain. I think we're there for the circles. So I'm going to go and tidy this up, and it shouldn't take long to dry. I've trimmed off all the edges. This was there. I'm going to stick it down here rather than just throwing that one out, because it's still got a nice bit of notes and there's no noties down here. So just stick that down with stick glue. First. My 3 lines I think I'm going to do with washi tape. Right, let's put these ones back. Right, I'm going to decide between these ones which 3 I might use. See, part of me saying that those 3 certainly would kind of go together, but do I want to go down a pinky route? I like the stripes, but then, well, I think I'm saying no to this one, and no to that one, and no to the musical notes. See, those 3 would kind of go in there all. Would that go? See, that would go with pinky. So I think I'm probably saying no to the solid pink, which I'm now thinking actually has spots on it. See, if I took that off, would I put the pink back on? I quite like these 3. I think I'm more inclined to go for those 3 than to go for the pink ones. Really curious, would you have gone for the pink ones or the green ones? Right, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a strip that goes across the back of all pages. I'm going to stick to my greens, I think, for this. Including this kind of aqua colour. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that hair that I've managed to stick down. You know, how long have you seen that and wondered if I'd get it? I'm going to follow the line of that one, that circle that's underneath there. I'm going to follow that line and just painting. So that's kind of how that circle goes round there. And then I'm just going to paint in this gap. feel it needs something just to bring it together. Maybe it isn't something circular. Maybe this is going to be one of those collages that remains unfinished until the right piece. I will come across something, I will make something, and suddenly I'll know exactly that's what's needed for this. And whether it's something that happens subconsciously or not, I'm never quite sure. Maybe it's waiting for me to be ready to take this book apart, take images out of this book and put on, there's lots of images in here, but maybe one of them will end up being on this after all. See, look at that, the rolling of the barrels. Oops, now I've lost it. Where is it? Look at that, the rolling of the barrels. See, that's kind of circular. Maybe, oh, look at that, climbing up the barrels, big Tennent's beer barrels. Maybe that's what will happen. I'll end up putting one of these images in here after all, when I'm ready for, see, that's herring barrels. But there's all the circles, and then there's those big ropes. Oh, look, there's a wheel. See, and now I'm thinking, is that what we need? It's a very big image, that one. I don't know. I'll end up, the right image will suddenly appear. A penny farthing. Look at that. That'd actually be really cool, wouldn't it? That's a telegram boy from 1880. Anyway, I'm finished for today. I'm not doing anything more to that. It isn't finished, but I'm finished for today. Something will suddenly be the right thing to go on it, but at the moment I don't know what that is. So for now, thank you so much for watching. You take care. Keep crafting. Bye.